Hello YouTube, Freddy Cardone here. Welcome back to another episode of Driving and the News. This isn't one of the most exciting videos that you'll see on YouTube, but I feel it's necessary to record history. A lot of times these local broadcasts are lost to history. For instance, 10 years from now, I doubt that you can go back to April 18th, 2023 to see what was going on and listen to the local broadcasts for that particular day, at least a snippet of it anyway. And by way of this playlist, this Driving in the News playlist, I get to at least record a little bit of history on a semi-daily basis. I do this Monday through Friday. Days that I don't go into work, I don't do it because obviously I'm not driving to work, and that's the purpose. I commute to work as I do these. All right, let me get you the news for the New York metropolitan area.
They don't like, but the New York State Board of Regents still wants all schools in the state to do away with any team names or mascots referencing Native Americans. Not every school is on board with this policy, though.
Here in Syosset, there has been a change to the mascot social media push since 2014. They are known as the Syosset Braves. The district is one of 11 here on Long Island that would have to change their mascot when the Board of Regents meets today and will likely vote to ban all Native American names, mascots, and images in schools. This Syosset parent is against the plan.
I'm of Irish heritage, and I've never heard anybody complain about the Notre Dame nickname Fighting Irish and their logo. I just wonder, are we getting too sensitive as a society?
Patrick Pizzarelli, head of the governing board of interscholastic sports here in Nassau County, says schools will be required to remove the mascots from buildings, fields, scoreboards, courts, and more, and it will be expensive.
They're going to have to find the money for it, basically, and hopefully it won't take away from some programs they already have.
Sophia Hall, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM in Syosset, Long Island.
10 Winds AccuWeather, blustery, much chillier today, mostly cloudy skies. We'll have a shower around through the afternoon. The high today, 57. The real feels will be in the 40s. It's 52 now, mostly cloudy. Humidity at 47. The winds are west at 15, gusting to 25. 52, we're going up to 57, and the real feel is 45. The NYPD has a police station in Chinatown, and so it appears does the People's Republic of China, or at least they had one.
It looks like any other nondescript office building in Chinatown, but on the third floor, says U.S. Attorney Breon Peace.
An entire floor of this building hosted an undeclared police station of the Chinese National Police.
Two men are under arrest, Lu Jin Wang and Chen Jinping, accused of working with China's National Police to track a dissident on U.S. soil.
These defendants did China's bidding in secret while acting under the direction and control of an NPS official in China.
They're also accused of obstructing justice, deleting texts when they learned about the investigation. Prosecutors are also outlining two other cases involving China's alleged efforts to sow discord and silence opposition on social media and on Zoom.
The defendants' actions under the direction of the Chinese government are flagrant violations of American sovereignty.
Steve Burns, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
China today said it denies all the accusations of having an overseas police presence, accusing the U.S. of making groundless accusations. To the amazement of many, Republican Congressman and creative resume writer George Santos went ahead yesterday and announced he'll be running for re-election next year. Constituents weighed in.
My reaction is that it's completely disgusting.
Why not raise more money? Why not break some more laws?
Paying for his re-election campaign may prove a bit of a challenge for Santos. His latest filings show only about $5,000 in donations for the first quarter, with more than $8,000 refunded to angry donors. Santos is the target of a House ethics investigation. He's also under investigation by an assortment of law enforcement agencies and prosecutorial offices. School buses are rolling again this morning in Greenwich, unlike yesterday.
Roughly 2,000 Greenwich students were stranded Monday. Drivers with First Student School Bus Service staged a wildcat sick-out in solidarity with a driver, a 20-year veteran who had been decertified. Last month, the Greenwich Deputy School Superintendent says she observed the driver cross the double yellow line more than 15 times and veer into oncoming traffic at curves. TWU Local 100 spokesperson Mary Price.
We reviewed the video, the company, as well as the union, and we all agree that there was nothing in that video where it indicates that she was driving dangerously.
The district counters those onboard cameras are not the same as a dash cam. Drivers plan to rally. The district is standing firm. The Greenwich First Selectman has offered to mediate. Sean Adams, 1010 wins on 92.3 FM at the bus depot in Stanford.
Shootings in Brooklyn yesterday left one man dead, 2 wounded. Smoke shop owner Nelson Ortiz was coming out of a deli on Avenue L around 4 p.m. when he was shot 3 times. He was rushed to Brookdale Hospital, but it was too late. Nelson Ortiz was 24. His brother tells the Daily News Nelson didn't have problems with anyone. Cops are still looking for his killer. About 2 hours later, 2 men were shot at Rutland Road and Rockaway Parkway in Brownsville. They were taken to Kings County. They're expected to survive. There's no word yet on who shot them or why. And a man was shot in the head in front of Assembly Speaker Carl Hastie's office in the Bronx yesterday afternoon. The victim is in critical condition at Jacoby. Again, no word on who shot the man or why, and no comment from Speaker Hastie's office. Reports that there might be a settlement in the works in the defamation lawsuit against Fox News were apparently not correct. The trial is set to start today.
Delaware Superior Court Judge Eric Davis cracked open the door for last-minute settlement talks between Dominion Voting Systems and Fox News in this $1.6 billion defamation suit. But that crack is getting narrower and narrower by the hour. Opening arguments are supposed to be midday on Tuesday. Jury selection will be completed as well. Then trial begins.
Scott McFarland covering the trial in Wilmington. Fox claims it was just covering the news when it aired the opinions of former President Trump and his associates that Dominion Voting Systems helped to steal the 2020 election. 52 degrees, mostly cloudy. We're going up to 57 in Midtown today. The real feel right now, 45. Now this, driving while impaired. Call Isaac Abraham, traffic attorney, 718-520-7900. McDonald's says it's going to do something people have been requesting for decades. McDonald's is going to make its hamburgers taste better. Or as McDonald's puts it, they're going to make their burgers even more flavorful. This will apparently involve making small tweaks and changes like hotter, meltier cheese and adding white onions to the beef patties while they're searing on the grill. This according to Chad Schaefer, who holds the lofty title of Senior Director of Culinary Innovation at McDonald's. Industry analyst Kathleen Griffith says it makes sense to her.
In order for McDonald's to really compete, they're going back to basics.
Making better tasting food. These changes have already been tried in exotic locales like Australia, Belgium, and Canada, and they should arrive in the U.S. later this year. The U.S. and other countries are now formally declaring Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich officially wrongfully detained in Russia. Linda Thomas Greenfield is the U.S. ambassador to the UN.
We urge Russian Federation authorities to release those they hold on political grounds and to end the draconian crackdown on freedom of expression.
But that appeal probably won't do as much to speed Gershkovich's release as trading the Russians whoever it is they would like in exchange. Gershkovich had a hearing today in a Moscow courtroom, and as expected, his detention was upheld. Wednesday this time, 8:11. Here's traffic and transit from Karen Stewart.
Well, as I've been telling you about since very early this morning, northbound Route 9 at Ernstine Road and Old Bridge has an accident investigation. All lanes are closed and travel's getting detoured there. Northbound on the Garden State Parkway, north of exit 135 for Central Avenue and Clark, we've got a disabled vehicle, and we've got the left lane closed. Hudson River crossing numbers are kind of big. We've got an inbound GW Bridge wait of 50 minutes for both the upper and the lower. The Lincoln is 40. The Holland is 40 minutes. Over at the East River, the inbound RFK Bridge is very busy. Even on the Bronx Ban, getting on and off the Major Deegan Expressway, especially. The Deegan is busy enough around the RFK that's backing up the Bruckner from about 139th Street down into the RFK Triborough. The Queens Midtown Tunnel is very heavy. You're backed up to Maurice Avenue and Maspeth on the westbound LIE trying to get there. The Williamsburg is jammed. The inbound Brooklyn Battery Tunnel is very heavy, and the Gowanus Expressway is too. Heavy traffic taking you from the Verrazano Bridge to 39th Street and then jammed from 39th into Atlantic Avenue. We have a 45-minute delays on all NJ Transit service in and out of Penn Station, New York, and that's with some Amtrak switching issues, evidently. Alternate side of the street parking rules and regulations are in effect today. Our next report is at 8:21. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Winds on 92.3 FM.
Now let's get the 1010 Winds AccuWeather 4-day forecast from meteorologist Dean DeVore.
We're looking at the clouds have pushed their way into the city and near suburbs here for the moment, and that's where we're going to be the rest of the day. Much different feel today than recent days. Blustery and then that chilly breeze. Real feel right now averaging about 45, and that's probably where we'll stay through much of the afternoon. Then add on to that the chance of some showers pushing in from the north and west. They're much more likely in the inland suburbs, but even the city and the coastal suburbs can get a spotty shower as we get into the afternoon. Temperatures tonight, after a brisk, chilly breeze this evening, it'll be quite chilly later tonight, down to 44 in the city, upper 30s in some of the distant suburbs with the wind dying down. The breeze picks back up tomorrow, and it's a cool day with sun and clouds, a high 63. It will start to feel warmer Thursday with the highs approaching 70 and some sunshine, and Friday will be warm, high getting up to about 80 in the city, 85 inland with some sunshine. Long Island will stay in the 70s. Still in the 70s Saturday, rain and thunder likely later Saturday night into Sunday, and some of that rain could get heavy. 52 at the moment, a real feel of 45. I'm Accu with the meteorologist Dean DeVore, New York's weather station, 1010 winds on 92.3 FM.
All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of Driving in the News. We hope you have a great day, and we'll see you on the next Driving and the News.